as well, and I'm thrilled. Are you and your partner content? Indeed. I'm happy in this relationship right now. I like how you utilize the phrase happy place. No, but in all honesty, I feel like it's one of the things where I can really feel joyful when I see her happy. Jennifer Hudson seems to have completely changed the course of events with Common. And this tale is developing in a crazy manner. What began as a picture-perfect relationship has now devolved into rumors, shockwaves, and a daring retort that has the whole industry in a frenzy. According to some, Jennifer may have just made a move that no one anticipated. One that really has the power to rock the table. When Common went public, he boasted that they were equally yoked and referred to Jennifer as one of his biggest gifts. Sounds good, doesn't it? However, what if he was hiding some flaws from us with all that kind praise? In interviews, Jennifer has been grinning and stating that she finds happiness in making calls to that guy. However, others are now wondering whether Jen was already changing behind the scenes, or if that light was indeed beaming both ways. Rumor has it that Jennifer has been seen cuddling with a new person. Yes, a whole different individual. And it's more than just rumors. Fans are certain that she has been playing chess while Common has been playing checkers since the rumors developed into photographs that are circulating and those alleged receipts. Picture being on the throne, only to discover that someone else has already been proclaimed king in your queen's realm. The worst part is still to come. According to other accounts, Common learned the hard way, caught off guard like a bunch of bricks falling from the sky. While the streets already know what's going on, other people think he's still hiding in the shadows, grinning for the cameras. In any case, this isn't your normal talk about a breakup in Hollywood. This time, there is no script to spare them from a public confrontation that turns into a tale of love, pride, and power struggles. First, however, how did we get ourselves here? This wasn't an unexpected explosion. Long before anybody raised their voice, the warning flags had been flashing. Common's Paz and Jennifer Hudson met years ago. Both were legendary figures in Chi-Town, with a long list of accolades and a solid reputation in their respective fields. Speaking of Southside EGOTs, how unique is your connection with your fiancée, Jennifer Hudson? Oh wow, that friendship is one of the most significant and biggest benefits I have ever had in my life. From charity functions to music performances, the camaraderie and chemistry were always evident. They then co-starred in the sci-fi thriller Breathe in 2024, and believe me, that wasn't simply another Hollywood production. Word has said that even the crew noticed the intense sparks shooting from the set. The paparazzi began to piece things together in early 2023, seeing them together in Chicago, slipping in Philadelphia, and holding it down in Malibu. With those Just Friends headlines, TMZ attempted to dismiss the back-to-back attacks on the blogs. Let's face it, however, that article wasn't first well received on the internet. Then, in July 2024, Common appears on the Mama I Made It podcast and makes a catchy statement at the 20-minute mark that had everyone listening. He went on to remark that his relationship with Jennifer was one of his greatest gifts, and that it was one of the most significant aspects of his life. He began discussing the alignment partnership and their equal yoking. Was it just smoke and mirrors to hide something seething under the surface, even if it seemed like a fairy tale? On paper, everything seemed flawless, yet the tone offended several supporters. Common didn't sound like a guy in love when he spoke. They sounded like a guy who was just interested in himself and the relationship. It sounded more like, look at how much I've grown to deserve her, than we're in love. No one missed that tiny flex. And believe me, it was quickly clocked. Jennifer, however, kept things much more subdued, focusing on her music and talk program. She never delivered the gushy speeches or spilled her guts for the cameras, but she did sometimes throw in pearls, such as when she proudly referred to him as that guy of mine while winning awards at the Martha's Vineyard African Amin Film Festival. She didn't go overboard, even when Common appeared on her program a couple of times. Relationship, the life partnership, or just the connection to have someone who is as brilliant, talented, and soulful as you are, capable of doing all these things, and one of the best singers. But the murmurs were becoming louder behind the scenes. It was said that Jen wasn't very happy with their romantic relationship being included into Common's public persona. Instead of a performance for podcasts or social media, she wanted seclusion, something genuine, and a place away from the limelight. This is when things start to go crazy. Because, as you all recall, I stated that everything will change one night. It was this. Common crashed into a private post-awards party at Delilah's in Los Angeles just after the Grammy fervor had subsided. This is Hollywood, even if there were no cameras rolling inside. Secrets are seldom kept that way for very long. The news spread as other industry people in the room began to converse. Common was going too close to a tall, model-like lady at a booth in the corner. Furthermore, it was clearly not Jennifer Hudson who was seated next to him that evening. Common wasn't even attempting to be clever. He was bending in close, talking in her ear, smiling, and putting his arm around this mystery model as if they had known each other for ages. He seemed very at ease, and his body language was quite audible. "Thank you very much. I give thanks to God every single day. Additionally, I'm just letting God lead this relationship. Surely God is involved. It contains God. Yes, exactly. Pay attention. All right. The pleasant spot is here. We are the ones you mention on it. That's what I heard. Talk about it. Talk about it." Here's the sting, however. According to reports, Jennifer didn't even hear Common say it. Not at all. Through the rumors circulating around the blogs, she learned the same thing the rest of us did. Imagine seeing your guy mentioned in news while browsing on your phone. The response of Jen behind closed doors. She was supposed to adore me, according to those close to her. And for Jennifer, it was more than a guy making a mistake. It was a humiliating experience in public. Since her breakup with WWE star David Otunga, she has maintained a low-key dating life. Her private life was abruptly transformed into the subject of Hollywood rumors. Additionally, your reputation is cash in this field. Jen isn't your average person. She has a daytime chat show, won an EGOT, and is a brand that producers and marketers are betting on. Thus, it wasn't only a personal setback when her partner appeared in articles about unidentified models. It was a commercial issue. Insiders claim that at this time, Jen had already publicly criticized him, iced him out privately, and for rumors about patterns to go across the business, she had observed. Then, however, she stepped it up. It wasn't just words this time. Moves were allegedly made behind the scenes. This is when the spin begins. Jennifer's team allegedly promoted a narrative that she was completely focused on her work and family, making it obvious that her personal life wasn't open for discussion, at least not on her terms, because common men didn't confront it head-on, and instead quickly went into damage control mode. Boom. According to reports, the Commons representative intervened quickly and issued a brief statement asserting that he and Jennifer are still close friends, and that the wild headlines don't accurately depict their relationship throughout the years. Even if she is a unique artist, having someone who is most essential in a relationship is like having equal yoke. You can. Jen's retaliation optics were perfect from a public relations perspective. She never blew him out explicitly or hurled dirt. She just sat back, maintained her composure, and let the stillness to speak for itself. The ultimate checkmate move is that kind of quiet control, when supporters are forced to piece things together without her providing an explanation. Common's whole strategy, however, seemed different. More defensive, often, seemed different. More defensive, often, even contemptuous. And let's face it, the person who seems unconcerned frequently wins in the court of public opinion. For this reason, without uttering a single clumsy word, Jennifer's cool-headed attitude had everyone cheering her on. Here's the twist, however. If they parted up, no one really knows. No unified statement, no assurance that we're done. Nothing is fixed in stone, so suddenly any little detail, whether it's an Instagram post, a public appearance, or even an interview slip, becomes a jigsaw piece that fans are anxious to put together. And just when it seemed that the excitement may finally be subsiding, a blind item landed that had the potential to completely unravel the whole scenario. According to The Blind, Common's new boo isn't just any old model. Perhaps it's someone connected to Jennifer's close group. This is more than simply a disaster if that's the case. This is the ultimate kind of treachery. Envision your partner going out with someone who is already very close to you. That goes much beyond a Hollywood romance. Common has been utterly absent ever since the Blind piece appeared on the blogs. Radio quiet, no fresh interviews, no Instagram posts, no glamorous red carpet moments. Additionally, you may tell that something serious is simmering behind the scenes when a guy who craves attention abruptly vanishes. Common abrupt silence is loud and suspicious for a guy who is typically suave in front of cameras. People are wondering why the same person who never missed an interview or a microphone now stopped being in the limelight. This is where, however, no one is really breaking down. According to PR experts, Common-affiliated companies are keeping a close eye on this scenario. They are aware that Jennifer is a unique vocalist. She is now one of the most lucrative daytime TV presenters. That's a whole new level of influence, with her name plastered on major network slots and ties that go all the way to the top, including Oprah herself. Getting sucked into a turbulent relationship is one thing, but when the person you're at odds with physically controls magazine covers, talk show chairs, and sponsor funds. That's not just drama, that's career peril. Although their official relationship status is still unknown, the plot that fans have already developed is quite obvious. Jennifer is regarded as the elegant queen because she moves with chess-like accuracy and maintains her composure. However, we value people's privacy here at Happy Place. I won't be asking you too many questions about it then. Everyone wants to know, however. I had to get involved with that, Miss Hust. Although I like to keep things confidential, I would like to express my admiration for her. That's excellent then. That's exactly how I feel about my girlfriend. Common's appearance, meanwhile, is beginning to resemble something that is recognizable. He is portrayed as the endearing but dependable man who allows history to repeat itself. Some followers are even making fun of him by claiming that he is too common in partnerships. The main issue is thus looming large. Did Common just make a mistake in his most well-known relationship to date? Or was this upheaval a result of the actual narrative surprise that someone connected to Jennifer's own circle, or perhaps even her show? Look, this isn't the first time that Common's romantic life has been scrutinized. His dating history is like a highlight reel of Hollywood power women, including Tiffany Haddish, Taraji P. Henson, Serena Williams, Angela Rye, and Erykah Badu. Each time it begins well, it subtly ends with the same old tale. It's a trend, according to fans. Like when things become too real, common people can't keep it in check. He said that the split with Erykah Badu was so painful that he experienced despair. The connection with Serena seemed to be great, but it abruptly stopped. Same script, Angela Rye. They broke up because he was unable to commit to her the manner she required, he even acknowledged. As well as Tiffany Haddish. They went public, made it charming, and then, all of a sudden, it was over, with Tiffany claiming she was taken by surprise. That one had the internet in a frenzy. Fans are claiming it's déjà vu as they see him, and Jennifer Hudson fall apart in front of the cameras. When the relationship is put to the test, the endearing grin and the profound remarks about progress and collaboration are followed by abrupt silence and separation. Given Common's reputation for poor love consistency and the timing, some are even making jokes that Jen should have known better. Jennifer's career is at its height. However, Common's brand has recently placed a greater emphasis on image than music. The internet sees a repeat performance rather than a mistake when the focus turns to his romantic life and flaws appear. Then the internet detectives suddenly blew the teacup wide open. Now everyone is observing their every action. The next public performance will reveal Jennifer and Common's precise positions, whether it's via a red carpet stroll, an unexpected duet on stage, or even just one dubious Instagram remark. This is no longer only rumors. It's an outright battle of pride, power, and image. And none of them has the luxury of making a mistake. Fans are evenly divided, with the whole business watching. Some people believe that Jennifer has already donezoed him and that it's true, while others believe this is merely a publicity gimmick to keep their names in the news. That's the problem. Every rumor, blind item, and insider whisper will simply fuel the flames until we see them together, or until one of them makes a genuine announcement. It's your turn now. What are your thoughts? Is this just smoke and mirrors, a Hollywood ploy for publicity, or did Common simply mishandle one of the strongest ladies in the game? This story is far from finished, and as you already know, online detectives won't stop until the truth is out, so please share your ideas in the comments section. We'll be right here revealing the next twist in this narrative, so be sure you press the like button, subscribe, and keep it locked. Watch this space to find out what we're thinking about next.